After scoring that world-class goal against Everton that opened up the score sheet down at Goosons Park in the game that United went ahead to win 3-0, Alejandro Garnacho has a new task given to him by Erik ten Hag that you're obviously going to be dissecting in here for you as I bring for you what other people have continued to say about the goal of Alejandro Garnacho, the likes of Roy Keane, Bruno Fernandes, and what is at stake as far as the game of Galatasaray is concerned that we're going to play tomorrow, as Bruno Fernandes, the captain, comes in through to obviously give us what his thoughts are about that. Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment, and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are, and continue to subscribe to this channel because the more you subscribe, the more you obviously get the numbers that will obviously take you into the dream world. So let's not forget that this is really something huge that can obviously keep us going if at all we subscribe, and because we want to obviously get in new things, new cameras, get and improve our studios and so on and so forth. So the more you subscribe and obviously become members and subscribe to this channel, the more you obviously support this channel to obviously get in more money to see to it that we really thrive and really get to where we are. We thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum, and let's obviously kickstart it off with what Erik ten Hag had to say about the goal of Alejandro Garnacho, and in so answering that question, that's where he came up through and obviously set a new task for Alejandro Garnacho. He first said on Alejandro Garnacho's goal that probably the goal of the season, the preparation, not just the finishing, was very good. The finishing is fantastic. Now, people have gone ahead to obviously pay a lot of attention to this, but there is one thing that most of you have not again obviously given the attention and detail that this goal really required. And this came in through when Erik ten Hag was asked if Alejandro Garnacho can get to Wayne Rooney and Cristiano Ronaldo's levels. He said, "Don't compare. I don't think it's right. He has to work very hard and have to do it consistently. So far, he has not, but he has a high potential." Now, leaving everything aside, Garnacho is a pure talent. Very, very good player. And Erik ten Hag comes out and really keeps his stance always. I remember when we are heading to the World Cup, when Garnacho was obviously playing really well for Manchester United, and he had his, I think, first call up at the Argentina national team. There was a question that was posed to Erik ten Hag on whether he would prefer Alejandro Garnacho to be part of the Argentina national team squad that's going to play to the World Cup. He said no, because Alejandro Garnacho made it to the provisional squad that would see him play for Argentina at the World Cup. Ten Hag said no, that development is not right, because if you take a player like Alejandro Garnacho at the age of 19 to the World Cup and they win the World Cup like Argentina did, that means his dream will be over. What will he be really thirsty for? That will quench his thirst to obviously play, to go into the team of Argentina. He'll feel like he has gone ahead to achieve everything, you know? So I think he keeps the same stance here on people comparing him to Wayne Rooney and Ronaldo's level. Ten Hag says he has a lot of potential, and I agree with everyone that at the age of 19, you don't just get into the team of Man United that has the likes of Rashford, Martial, Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, Amrabat. If you get into that team, it shows how special you are. But he says don't compare him with Ronaldo and Cristiano, with Ronaldo and Wayne Rooney. He has to work very hard and he has to be consistent. And we've all got to know that being top class is really great, but being world class is brought on by consistency. For example, look at Harry Kane. He has not gone ahead to win anything at the club level. Maybe he'll win this time around when he was with Bayern Munich, but his consistency has gone ahead to obviously move him from top class to world class, because he has gone ahead to put up consistency performances season in, season out. For the previous 6-7 seasons, this man has been going in for 30 plus goals a season. That is Harry Kane for you, and that really puts you into the world-class level. So this is what Alejandro Garnacho is supposed to be doing, game in, game out. Even though he doesn't score spectaculars like he did against Everton, he needs to score goals. He needs to score goals because you remember at the beginning of the season when you're playing Wolverhampton Wanderers, he got 2 chances and he couldn't kill off those chances. Against Spurs, where we lost 2-0, he had like 1-2 chances and he couldn't score any of those. Though we remember that maybe Sergio Romero denied him a goal when he really put his hand to obviously deflect that ball, or obstruct it from going to the back of the net, and a penalty was not given to Manchester United. So Ten Hag is on point, and the new task that I was going to hate to obviously give to Garnacho: 1, consistency; 2, he needs to work hard, because reaching those levels of Wayne Rooney and Ronaldo is really, 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 really very calling. And you need to look through your lifestyle, you need to look through which people are around you, because look at what Greenwood is going in through. Greenwood had a very huge potential at Man United. At just the age of 17, he fired all cylinders and hit the ground running at the club of Manchester United. But one simple act on the girlfriend let everything out, just resulted into Greenwood losing his career, and now he's at Getafe trying to rebuild his career. And he needs to watch out on very many things and listen to the advice of Erik ten Hag. I'm referring to Alejandro Garnacho. So a lot is at stake for Alejandro Garnacho, but it's going to depend on how he really behaves. He should be disciplined. You look at players like Ronaldo, however much he's going to hate to win like 5 Ballon d'Ors, comes in at Manchester United, he could obviously arrive at the training ground earlier than any of the players there. Messi, Lionel does the same. They don't party a lot. They rest a lot because they know their bodies are committed to the job. They know time for partying is going to be there, provided they really go ahead and obviously do the game of football very well, retire, and then enjoy themselves. So for everything that is being really looked at Garnacho, and people coming out and really giving him his flowers for that goal, they should stop comparing him to Ronaldo and Wayne Rooney. Ronaldo is a very good player. He was a friend to Garnacho, and he saw to it that when he scored that world-class goal, he obviously had to really do a Ronaldo celebration. He did a Sue, and that Sue really went well into those records. But I would like to confirm to you that never in life does hard work fails to pay off for a player talented like Alejandro Garnacho. Though I've gonna hate to really read out something that Ferdinand has gonna hate to obviously let me know about on his socials, that Messi unfollowed Alejandro Garnacho because Garnacho prefers Ronaldo to Lionel Messi, and that really made me laugh. Why would someone really unfollow someone because of that? And is it the reason as to why Garnacho was not called to the international break this time round, yet he was performing very well? Let's wait and see the next international break whether Garnacho will be obviously taken there, because I anticipate that this boy is really great and is going to be a hero at Manchester United. So you've gone ahead to get the task that Erik ten Hag is going ahead to obviously give to Garnacho, and if at all he goes onto it, then Garnacho will become a better player and world class and win those Ballon d'Ors and be that player that United will always look at to see to it that things go on as well. Now let's go to none other than Roy Keane as he reacted to the goal of Alejandro Garnacho. He said, "It gets better every time you watch it. Very few players in the world can do that." So that goal has gone ahead to see people speak volumes about it, Then Garnacho himself said, "To be honest, I can't believe it. It's one of the most beautiful goals I've ever scored, one of the goals of the season. It is still November, but probably I didn't see how I scored. I just listened to the crowd and say to myself, oh my God." So he also never knew that he had gone ahead to pull out a spectacular, but it was really a very good overhead kick. You can call it a bicycle kick, you can call it a volley, but it will go down to many that Garnacho scored one of the most beautiful goals of the season of 2023 to 2024, and we just have to give him benefit of doubt, and this guy will go places because he has now gone ahead to sink into that team, and Erik ten Hag Erik Ten Hag is into Garnacho's head, and Garnacho knows that if he's to obviously thrive, then the person to make him thrive is gonna be Erik Ten Hag. Now, Bruno Fernandes, the captain, has come out and really said the following about the goal of Alejandro Garnacho. A goal like this silences the crowd. I'm very proud of him, and I'm glad he's on my side. Something incredible. I have no words. It's out of the ordinary. It's special from a special kid. I expect even more from him. We are aware of his abilities. We know that he could do. We know that he can do. We know what he can do in football. We now have to move on. We have important matches coming up. We have to refocus because this match is over. Now, even Bruno Fernandes have gone ahead to task Alejandro Garnacho that we expect even more from him. Have you heard that? We expect even more from him, meaning that his potential is really huge. His ceiling is really high. And even Bruno Fernandes, the Portuguese magnifico, really believes that this man should be doing more and more and more. So those are two tasks that Erik Ten Hag and Bruno Fernandes have gone ahead to obviously give to Alejandro Garnacho. And Alejandro Garnacho is having great players around him that can obviously guide him to success. And he has gone ahead to say, we now have to move on. We have important matches coming up. We have to refocus because this match is over. Now, talking about refocusing, it's all about the next games that we're going to play as a club of Manchester United. And we're having two more huge games. We are playing Galatasaray tomorrow, you know that. And we are playing Newcastle over the weekend. So those are hard games for us to play. We all know that, and we need to obviously really focus onto those games. Now, Bruno Fernandes has come out and obviously told us something about the game of Galatasaray, and he said the following. Sorry about that. He said, good team, they play good football. We know the environment will be difficult. We have to prepare for that because we know we need 3 points to go into the last match against Bayern Munich with a chance of passing. So, if there is a game that a team of Man United needs to obviously pull out all its energy to win, it's the game of Galatasaray, because beating Galatasaray technically knocks them out of this group. That is it, because they're having 5 points. Sorry, they're having 4 points. They beat Man United and it drew with Copenhagen. So they are left with 2 games to play. They've gone ahead to lose 2, drawn 1, and lost 1. Those are 4 points. Man United is having 3 points. If we beat them, that means they'll be having only 4 points and will be having 6 points. Don't expect Copenhagen to go at the Allianz Arena and obviously get a win there. No way. And trust me, there is no charge that you'll want to play your last game in the group stages of the Champions League after beating the side of Galatasaray. You know, if you beat Galatasaray, the charge will be really huge as we prepare to take on the side of Bayern Munich. That is it, and that will be the biggest upthrust that United will ever get. But all that to happen, all that upthrust to be so much important and relevant at Old Trafford, we need to first do one thing: beat Galatasaray. That is it. If we beat Galatasaray, the rest will be history, and we are obviously going to get ourselves in proper positions of obviously playing these games and obviously getting in points. So guys, your thoughts onto Ten Hag's new task for Alejandro Garnacho are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about Bruno Fernandes also tasking Garnacho to obviously give us more, and what is going to have to say about the importance or the significance of the game of Galatasaray tomorrow in Turkey? May the living to God bless you abundantly. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. Rokan David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later. Bye-bye.